Hello viewers, this is PowWow1 coming at you with another countdown. Now I love video games, and the ones I love the most are the ones with great heroes and sinister villains. Now I've already given you my top video game heroes, so now I'm bringing out my favorite video game villains. I'll be judging on character, backstory, and of course, how evil they truly are. So, without further introduction, here is my list of the top 5 video game villains. Burning up the 5th spot with his fiery breath is the Koopa King, Bowser. King Bowser Koopa, or simply Bowser, is the main antagonist of the Mario series and the king of the Koopas. He has repeatedly kidnapped or attempted to kidnap Princess Peach and take over the Mushroom Kingdom. He has on other occasions attempted to conquer the entire Mushroom world as well as the entire galaxy. Now I know that over the years Bowser has been turned into a bit of a laughingstock, as in games such as Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, in which Bowser appears not as the main bad guy, but simply as a minor antagonist. I found that in that game it was impossible to take him seriously. However, in other games, such as the first Paper Mario, he is a much bigger threat. I must admit, it took me more than a few tries to beat him at the end of Paper Mario. And you gotta give the guy some credit for his resilience, because no matter how many times Mario beats him down, he just gets back up and tries again. He's big, he's bad, he's my number 5. My 4th pick is Great Moloth from Red Faction 2. Moloth is the leader of a special group of soldiers that have been enhanced with nanotechnology to make them stronger, faster, and smarter than anyone else. This experiment was carried out by order of Chancellor Sopot, but after Sopot saw what they were capable of, he feared them and gave the orders for them to be hunted down and killed. Sopot, being the evil and corrupt chancellor he is at war with the Red Faction, a group of people dedicated to fighting for the freedom of the Commonwealth. After Sopot betrayed Moloth and his squad, they became allies with the Red Faction, both with the common goal of bringing Sopot down. However, after Sopot is killed by your character named Alias, Sopot's armies pledge their loyalty to Moloth, and he subsequently betrays you and the Red Faction, and then plans to use the nanotechnology to create an army of nano-enhanced soldiers to take over the world. Moloth is cunning and deadly. He is my number 4. My 3rd choice is the fallen hero himself, Yggdrasil from Tales of Symphonia. His full name is Mythos Yggdrasil. As a young boy, Mythos was actually the hero of the ancient Karlon War. At this time, Mythos had strong ideals about peace and unity. But after his sister was killed, his hatred for humanity grew and made him lose track of whether the world or her life was more important to him. He took her final words to heart. Her wish was for a world without discrimination, which he interpreted as a wish to end the persecution of half-elves. Mythos' ideals then became twisted. He came to the conclusion that the only way for discrimination to end was, in his own words, by using the Etspheres to eliminate the different bloods that flow within the elves and humans. Everyone will become the same lifeless beings. To this end, he began mutating half-elves using a superior form of Etsphere known as crucius crystals. These crucius crystals turn their subjects into near immortal angel-like entities at the cost of the things that made them human. In order to resurrect Martel, Mythos would need to find a subject whose mana signature was nearly identical to Martel's. Acting as a supreme lord of the angels, he manipulated the bloodlines of the citizens of the two worlds for over 4,000 years in order to create this vessel. Later in the story, in the Hall of the Great Seed, Mythos manages to revive Martel by channeling his sister's consciousness through Colette Brunel. Contradictory to Mythos' inspections, the awakened Martel expresses deep regret and disappointment at what her brother has done. She begs him to stop, saying that what he has been doing is wrong. Mythos sees this as the ultimate betrayal, driving him to a state of total denial and insanity, and leaving him as the only one of the four seraphim who still believes in the age of lifeless beings. Outraged, he attacks Lloyd and the others, only to lose the fight in the end. He's the leader of Crucius and the Designs. He is my number 3. The villain who made his way to the second spot is Ganondorf from the Legend of Zelda series. Known as the Great King of Evil or the Dark Lord, he is the primary antagonist of a majority of the games in the Legend of Zelda series. Ganondorf was born a member of the Gerudo, as the only male member to be born in 100 years. Ganondorf is made either the King of the Gerudo or the Guardian of the Desert, depending on the game. In the English localized game manual of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, his full name is stated to be Ganondorf Dragmire, and his alias, before his incursion into the Sacred Realm, is stated to have been Mandred Ganon, meaning Ganon of the Enchanted Thieves. Ganondorf is commonly portrayed as the incarnation of pure evil, greed, and power. He is ruthless, cold, and calculating. He is also shown to have a bit of an ego, believing that only he is worthy to rule the kingdom, hence showing an arrogant sense of entitlement. One of Ganondorf's most defining traits is his unquenchable lust for power. Many of his actions are driven by his unending hunger to increase his dominion over the world. In Ocarina of Time, even after having taken control of Hyrule and possessing the Triforce of Power, Ganondorf is still unsatisfied and continues to seek the other pieces of the Triforce. Ganondorf is also a skilled strategist, as he is implied to have manipulated Link and Zelda into opening the door of time for him, and he also deliberately allows Link to purify the temples he has captured, knowing that this will draw Princess Zelda out into the open. Ganondorf truly is an evil king. He is my number 2. The villain to make this number 1 spot is Sephiroth from the Final Fantasy series. Before his fall from grace, Sephiroth was one of the most praised success stories of the Shinra Electric Power Company's Soldier program. A great warrior idolized by all for his strength and discipline in combat. Sephiroth's many successes in the field of battle during the conflict surrounding Shinra's bid for global domination led to his status as a celebrity war hero and the poster boy for both the Shinra military and the company's soldier program. However, after learning the truth behind his origins and coming to believe he is the only remaining survivor of the ancients, Sephiroth rebels against Shinra and enacts a worldwide vendetta against the corruption of mankind. His ultimate goal in the world of Final Fantasy VII is to take control of the life stream, and with his power and knowledge become a godlike being. Prior to his madness, he was not antisocial, as he has friends in Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, and willingly tells Zack and Tifa about materia on Mount Nibel. But his cold exterior and professional attitude turns people away. Sephiroth is intelligent and respectful to those he deems worthy. He is confident to the point of arrogance, but as the strongest soldier alive, it could be argued that he has the right to be. Following his fall into insanity, Sephiroth retains most of his personality traits, but becomes murderous and vengeful. He develops a messiah complex, proclaiming he is the chosen one, destined to lead the planet and become a god. With all that said, this fallen hero, this one-winged angel, is without a doubt my number one, the greatest video game villain ever. Well, there you have it, my top 5. Let me know what you think of my selection in the comments below, and please feel free to check out some of my other videos. And if you like, you can subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. This is PowerWild1, signing off.